Tonight, the real Simwives of Sulani battle it out in a dramatic game-changing reunion.
You are a narcissist, and so is he.
And you are a homewrecker.
You are probably the most ugliest sim that I have ever had the misfortune of meeting.
Coming from the bitch that should be the face of botched Sims?
I really thought that we were best friends, but come to find, you have been trashing me all season in your confessionals. Like, what the fuck went wrong with our friendship? I think discussing what didn't go wrong would be a shorter list, honey.
Why were you so passive-aggressive with me all season? Were you that desperate for a storyline?
Oh, sweetie, if I was that desperate for a storyline, speaking to you would not be a good idea. I've had more of an impact in the very few episodes that I've been in compared to the 2 seasons that you've been on Honey.
You are such a fucking loser for turning on me when I was the one that introduced you to this group. You have no class and no morals.
How about we talk about your arrest? I think it's your time to come clean to the ladies.
You are entering very dangerous territory here. If I were you, I'd be very careful.
And what are you going to do exactly, sweetie? Sleep with my husband again?
Pretty much.
I cannot wait to never see your face again after today.
Oh really? Where are you going?
You're leaving.
How could you just sit there and not come to my defense this season, Gab? This is your time to step up and be a friend.
How can I defend you when your actions are indefensible? Start acting in a way that is acceptable, and then I will back you up.
Chantel, one of our viewers, asked, "Do you know what the definition of a gift is?" Because saying you're giving someone money as a gift and then threatening to take it back isn't a gift. It's a threat.
If thinking about withdrawing a donation from a sim that has been such a terrible friend to me is a threat, then consider me guilty. Here, you can have your donation back, you classless piece of shit.
Hey Kayla, I'm just returning the favor.
This is just ridiculous.
Let's be honest, she is the product of your nurture, Gab.
Sarah, what is your fucking problem? Just shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
You never know how strong you are until it's the only choice you have.
Throw me to the wolves, and I'll return leading the pack. I may not own a Bentley, but I certainly own these lips.
I may not be the most popular, but I am definitely the most honest.
Life isn't just about diamonds and rosé, it's about fame too.
Don't blame me if your husband looks my way. I'm just too irresistible.
Hey Gab, just thought I'd check up on how you're doing before we all gather at the set.
Hey Andy. I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. I feel like I had a much better season this year, so I've got this in the bag. But of course I haven't spoken to Hannah since the finale, so a little worried about that.
Well, I am expecting things to get a little heated today, so if possible, please keep your hands and any drinks to yourself today.
Oh, stop it, Andy. You haven't got to tell me that. I'm the classiest woman on this cast.
Okay, great. I'll see you on the set in a little bit. Hey Kayla, how are you feeling about today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've got a few bones to pick with a few of the ladies, particularly Hannah, of course, but I was left a little disappointed with Sarah after watching a few of her confessionals.
Well, this is what the reunion is for. I look forward to seeing you out there. Hey Sarah, it's almost showtime. How are you feeling about the reunion?
I'm feeling great. I have spent the past few months thinking about how the season went, and after watching it air, I've got many questions that I need answered today, especially with that fake bitch Chantel. If there's one thing that I want to resolve tonight, it's the issues between Sarah and I. I just need her to take accountability for her actions, or lack thereof, in our friendship. But she is one stubborn sim, so I can't see that happening today. But hey, miracles happen.
Well, I'm expecting all of the women to come after me today. And like I said at the finale, I will take on each and every one of those trolls. I haven't spoken to Gab since the finale, so seeing her face today is going to be interesting. But I'm a strong woman and can hold my own.
I mean, this is a real Simwives reunion, so you can't expect it to be hunky-dory. But I suppose I have been the peacemaker this season, so I'm just hoping that the women can work out their problems and finally move forward.
Thank you so much, Jada. It's time to head to set. I'll see you there in a little bit. Hello and welcome to the real Simwives of Sulani reunion. I am your host, Andy Sims, and I am here with the fabulous ladies of Sulani. To my left is the absolutely beautiful Gabrielle. Hey Gab, is that a Versace original dress that you were wearing?
Hey Andy. Yes, you are right. This is absolutely Versace. The one and the only fashion brand that is actually worth the money.
Hey Hannah, you are looking like a goddess in that gown. I must say this season was a particularly difficult one for you. Are you somewhat worried about how today may go?
Absolutely not. I stayed true to myself this season, and that's all that I can ask for. As for me being worried, why would I be? I am not scared of anybody, especially not these clowns.
Why are you here if you feel that way, Hannah? Like seriously, you clearly don't like any of us. And trust me, sweetie, the feeling is very mutual. So why waste your time being here?
Do you seriously think that I am going to miss out on a very large paycheck just because I don't like a few of the trolls here today? You must be dreaming if you think that.
Okay, moving on. Hey Jada, how are you feeling about today?
Well, I'm hopeful that we can all come to some sort of resolution today, but that's only possible if this clown next to me drops her guard down. She's quick to disregard every one of us here, but how does she expect resolve when she dismisses us all so quickly?
Would you like to respond to that, Hannah?
Okay, well that would have been a lovely attempt at reconciling if she hadn't called me a clown. But yes, maybe I could lower my defense today, but that is dependent on how the ladies act with me.
Hey Kayla, you are looking absolutely regal here today. Like Hannah, this has been a crazy season for you. How are you feeling about today?
Let me correct you there, Andy. Hannah did not have anywhere near as difficult of a season than I did. I was the one that almost went to jail. Difference between mine and her problems this season was that hers was a result of her being a complete cunt.
Are you sending for me already? Because honey, I am more than ready to gather you together right now.
Bring it, bitch. You have nothing on me. I can't wait to never see your face again after today.
Oh really? Where are you going?
You're leaving.
I'm leaving? Like you think that this is your show? Bitch, please, there wouldn't be a show without me. I am the show, honey.
Don't call me honey.
Okay, I don't want to call you honey, because you are an old hag. Is that better?
Now, ladies, we haven't even gotten through the introduction yet. We'll come back to this later. Hey, Chantel, your hair is looking fabulous in that updo. How are you feeling today?
Hey, Andy. Well, thank you very much. I thought I'd try something a little different today. I am feeling okay. A little anxious, but that's to be expected, I guess.
And finally, we have the supermodel of Sulani, Sarah Stamos. How are you doing, my love?
The one and the only. You got that right, handsome. I'm doing great. I spent all of yesterday hibernating pretty much, so I am more than ready for what today brings.
This season did not disappoint in delivering us groundbreaking entertainment. From fashion shows to court cases, this season had it all. If you thought that season 1 was dramatic, then you must have been blown away with this season. I want to thank each and every one of you ladies here today, because without you, this show would not have been a hit. But now, without further ado, let's get this reunion started.
Oh God, here we go.
This season welcomed Sulani newbie Chantel to the group. She went from being a friend of to a diamond holder this season, and she did not disappoint in delivering us with entertainment all season long. But things started to go downhill this season when Sarah had invited Gabrielle and Hannah to her fashion show. But is this really where cracks started to show? Take a look.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't know that Sarah had invited those two to her fashion show. She needs positive energy at her very first event.
Who
not
is this
negative
bitch
energy.
to talk about positive
Did I do
energy?
the right
She
thing in
lives and
donating
breathes
100,000
negativity.
simoleons to the launch? Why would she invite them? They have been nothing but horrible towards her. Has she forgotten that Gabrielle slept with her ex-husband and is the reason for their divorce? I'm really not happy about this. Found out that you invited Hannah and Gabrielle to your fashion line launch?
Yep, that sounds right. And what about it?
Really? Is this bitch really going to say what about it? Does she have amnesia? Because I for sure don't. I'm glad that you have faith in them to behave, Sarah, but that doesn't mean that I do. Can I just ask, why did you invite those two? It just doesn't make sense. Jada agrees with me on that too.
Oh, so you have been talking about this behind my back? Seriously, Chantel? I am a grown woman, don't be so patronizing.
I don't know who Sarah thinks she is talking to right now. She's a few words away from losing a 100,000 simoleon donation. And that's more than she'll ever make with her little fashion line, I'm sure.
You are a real cunt,
Sarah,
do you know
need to
that?
chill out.
Takes one to
I am
know
not
one,
being
honey. You are a
patronizing.
piece
I
of
am being
garbage.
protective because I have your best interests at heart. This is your introduction to the fashion world. You need to carefully assess who you want there. You can't risk any drama getting in the way of your career.
I understand that, and I appreciate you looking out for me. But like I said, I am a grown woman and I am able to make decisions for myself. So unless it's helpful, you and Jada can keep your opinions to yourself.
Don't worry, Sarah. Let your fashion line go to shit. You haven't learned from your mistakes, and I for sure won't help you any longer. And consider that 100,000 simoleon donation withdrawn.
Okay, so there is a lot to unpack there.
3 times. 3 fucking times that you threatened to withdraw your donation. You are disgusting.
Well, if you acted like a friend, then I wouldn't have had to consider withdrawing the donation. It's quite simple, honey.
Okay, well that leads into my first question. Chantel, one of our viewers, asked, do you know what the definition of a gift is? Because saying you're giving someone money as a gift and then threatening to take it back isn't a gift. It's a threat.
Of course I know what the definition of a gift is. I'm not an idiot. Look, you all need to see it from my perspective. I've been in Sarah's corner for years, and as soon as I needed her in mine, she was nowhere to be seen. So I think I am completely justified in thinking about withdrawing the donation. I mean, hell, I didn't even withdraw it for fuck's sake.
I mean, I truly am sorry if you feel that I haven't been there for you, but how was I to know that? I thought that I've been a great friend to you. As my best friend of many years, the very least that I would expect from you is to be upfront and honest. I did not appreciate all of the shit that you said about me in your confessionals, like I felt physically sick watching it all season long.
Aw, poor little Sarah, it's always me with you, and quite frankly I am fucking sick of it.
Does anybody else here feel as though Sarah can be self-absorbed at times?
Well, yeah, she can definitely be a little egotistical at times, but that doesn't make me dislike her. I think that's just her. A perfect example was when we were all at Mount Komorebi, and her statement in the Never Have I Ever game was about being on the front cover of Vogue magazine. I mean, come on, honey, surely you know that nobody else in this group would have been on the front cover of Vogue?
I mean, you even go as far as calling yourself the supermodel of Sulani. Like, was that given to you? I'm pretty sure that was self-proclaimed, which is definitely egotistical.
Okay, well, first of all, Gab, I have been on the front cover of Vogue magazine. It's not my fault that you are just jealous and bitter over that. Maybe if you put the work in, then you too could be on a magazine cover. It probably wouldn't be Vogue. Maybe a 1 simoleon clearance magazine cover?
Oh, bitch, you don't want to go there with me today. Trust and believe that.
Well, I am going there, so bring it, sweetie.
You are entering very dangerous territory here. If I were you, I'd be very careful.
And what are you going to do exactly, sweetie? Sleep with my husband again?
Pretty much.
What a disgusting thing to say. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, this is what happens when you come for the Queen of Sulani Boo. Don't start none, won't be none.
Okay, so we are going slightly off topic. Back to Sarah and Chantel specifically.
Okay, so to answer your question, Andy, if thinking about withdrawing a donation from a sim that has been such a terrible friend to me is a threat, then consider me guilty.
Here, you can have your donation back, you classless piece of shit.
Are you sure you can afford that, sweetie? You are not going to go bankrupt now, are you?
I'm no gynecologist, but I know a cunt when I see one. What the hell happened to you? You are like a completely different person. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be on this show.
And if it wasn't for my donation, your business would not have had the success that it's had. So I think that we are even.
Okay, ladies, to finish off this segment, we have another question from our viewers. One of our viewers asked, Sarah, don't you feel you should have stood up for Chantel, and where do you two currently stand?
Okay, well, in hindsight, yes. I probably should have stood up for Chantel, and I will apologize to Chantel for not having her back in Mount Komorebi. But the reaction from Chantel over me not standing up for her was just ludicrous. I feel as though the punishment did not fit the crime, bearing in mind she was trashing me in her confessionals before this incident. So actually, I take what I just said back. Fuck you, Chantel, and fuck your husband too.
Ditto, babe, ditto. Well, minus the husband. Because your husband couldn't stay loyal to you. No surprise there though, because look at you.
Whatever, bitch, I am done with you. To answer your question, Andy, I don't stand anywhere with her. She is dead to me.
Okay, well, that is an unfortunate way to end this segment. Although tensions may be high right now, Hopefully in the next couple of months, you two will be able to work on your friendship and find a way to move past your problems. I am your host, Andy Sims, and you are watching the Real Simwives of Sulani reunion. Join us next week, where we delve into the demise of Hannah and Gab's friendship, in addition to Kayla's legal case and much more. Thank you for watching.